go into more of those work plans and the different activities that the health center sets up. So how do you like, you just talked about on the advisory board that you split it up into like the financial part versus like the
Mhm.
other part that I don't remember.
Outreach.
Outreach, yeah. And then so how do you decide like how to do that and like evenly distribute what work's gonna happen within the partnership, or like is it kind of still like in the process? Or
It's in the process. We had a what we called an advisory board retreat,
okay.
and it was during COVID, so we met for like 3.5 hours on Zoom, which was a lot. But when we
Wow.
planned it like really interactively, and we had a lot of really rich discussions, and we used your mom help. Oops, I'm not supposed to say that. Helped a lot with those interactive tools that teachers are using now, like Padlets and Jamboards, and people just came up with that. This is what's really needed
Okay.
right now for the
Yeah.
center. And then people are picking what group they're on. Everybody wants to be on the fundraising group, which I don't understand because so we're gonna I don't know what's gonna happen with the outreach group, but we're gonna so it might not be evenly distributed. And then as far as like the center itself, they have their whole workflow, right? Like the ED does this, and
Yeah.
this. The behavioral health manager does that. There's a manager for Project Play. There's a
Mhm.
head doctor on the medical side. Like, so they have all
Okay.
that organizational stuff worked out on their end.
Okay. Is there a way that people are held accountable for the stuff like getting done on time? Like, do you guys have deadlines?
At the center or on the advisory board?
I guess both if you.
I don't know about at the center because that's
Okay.
Jonathan's job.
Yeah.
No, we don't have yet.
Yeah. Okay.
Which
And move into talking about work plans and activities. So, how do you evenly distribute the work within this partnership? What are you in charge of at the high school level? What are the community colleges in charge of? How does that all plan out?
Um, it typically has to do with what falls under each of us. So for example, at the community college level, they're responsible for making sure that students are registered and enrolled and onboarded into the dual enrollment classes. At the high school level, we're just making sure that our curriculum is aligned. So that's actually kind of a partnership on both ends because we work together to align that curriculum. But then the high school teachers also make sure that their students know who the point person is at the community college level, and that they know where to go.
Great,
Yeah.
thank you. So do you have like specific work plans that you use when you meet with the community colleges? Like, this is what needs to be done on your end, this is what I'll do on my end, and then will we regroup? What's the strategy for holding people accountable here?
Yeah. So when this all first started a few years back, it was a learning process, and everybody was trying to figure out who was responsible for what task. And
All right.
through the process, it has grown, and now it's pretty seamless of what everybody needs to do, and everybody knows their roles and responsibilities. So